Hello, this is Razi from Mixoff. In this video, we're going to talk about features in Gantt Chart Planner for Confluence. Creating a Gantt chart. After installing Gantt Chart Planner for Confluence, you won't see a Gantt chart on the app homepage by default. To create a new Gantt chart, go to your Confluence page, then edit or create a new page, and type /Gantt. Then select a Gantt Chart Planner to create a new Gantt chart. Creating and managing new tasks. You can create new tasks by clicking the plus button or using a keyboard shortcut. In this example, I will create 5 tasks. Let's rename these tasks to Epic, Task, and Subtasks for better understanding if you are familiar with Jira. Use the indent or outdent options to organize your tasks into a hierarchy level. I will set a task as a child task of Epic and the remaining subtasks as a child task of Task. You can also create a subtask using the context menu. To delete a task, use the delete option. If you make any mistake while editing, use the undo or redo options to fix them. Managing the Gantt bar. On the right section is the Gantt bar view. There is a start column here, but the finish column is missing. Let's add the missing column by right-clicking the column header and selecting the finish column. You can change your start and finish dates in this table using the date picker or by dragging and dropping the Gantt bar in the right section. You can expand the table to increase the duration. Our app supports 4 types of dependencies: start to start, end to end, start to end, and end to start. There are more options you can explore by double-clicking the Gantt bar. From here, you can change the general settings, manage your predecessor and successors, access advanced features, and add notes. In this example, let's change the Gantt bar to a different color. You can also access this option by selecting the task and clicking the pencil icon. Navigating the Gantt chart view. These options allow you to have a better control over your Gantt chart view. You can zoom in or zoom out to adjust the view of the project timeline, whether at a yearly level or a specific time. You can navigate to the current time or jump to the selected task. To view the entire project on the screen, click the Zoom to Fit options for a better overview. Resource management. To assign a task to a user, use the Resources column and select a user from the user picker. Alternatively, you can drag a user to a task to assign it to them. The red color indicates this user will be overworked on Wednesday. 16 here indicates that he needs to work for 16 hours. We will create a new user and assign this task to them. Let's call this user New Developer. Drag and drop the new developer onto the task and remove Razimandom from the list. Now we can see the indicator has changed from red color to green color. Let's take a look at a different situation. I will assign 2 tasks to the new developer and reduce the task unit to 50%. This change will turn the indicator to green color, showing a balanced workload. Our app provides 2 types of views for resource management: the assignment grid and the utilization histogram. The general at the 3rd column here refers to the default calendar of Monday to Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM. If your team has a different working hours, double-clicking the general, then click the Add Calendar. And this feature, you can customize the working hours and working day for your team. Progress line. To enable this feature, click Features, then tick the progress line. The progress line shows whether your project's progress is on time or off track. The red line represents today's date. For example, if I move a task to the day before today's date with 0% completion, the line will be shifted to the left. If I change the completion percentage to 100% of a task earlier than scheduled time, the line will be shifted to the right. In this example, we are ahead of time because most of red lines are shifted to the right. Critical path. To enable this feature, click Features and select the critical path. The critical path highlights tasks that directly impact the completion of the entire project. For example, the 3 subtasks at the bottom are the critical path. If I change the end date of one of the subtasks, it will create a new critical path. If I add a dependency between first subtask and the fourth subtask, both will be included in the critical path. Summarize timeline. When you have too many tasks on your Gantt chart, it can be tricky to track important issues. Enable this feature by going to Features and selecting Show Summarize Timeline. Let's create a new task and call it Important. To add this task to the timeline, add the Summarize Timeline column and select the important task. Now you can see a new timeline that highlights important tasks at the top section. Jira issues in Gantt chart. You can create, link, and unlink Jira issues from Gantt chart planner. Currently, none of the tasks are linked to any Jira issues. Let's convert them to new Jira issues. Click the Jira option, then choose Create Jira Issues. Use the plus button to add a new Jira site. In this example, I already have a Jira site called One Atlas Auto. These 5 tasks will be created as a task issue type in the Design Jira project. Now you can see all of the tasks are linked to the design project. You can also link to existing Jira issues or unlink them if you want to add a different link later. You can also create a Jira field mapping of the start, finish, and effort field. Click the clock icon, then select Jira. From here, choose which field that you want to map. Context menu. The context menu provides a variety of actions you can perform. You can copy and paste individual cells or entire rows. You can delete tasks, link or unlink Jira issues, and add new tasks, subtasks, or milestones. You can also convert a task to a milestone. Alternatively, changing the duration of your task to 0 will convert your task to a milestone. Filtering column. You can filter a column from the column header or click the filter icon here. In this example, I'm filtering duration more than 2 days and task name contains number 4. Data import, export, and history. Clicking the data icon will show options for export, import, and history. Currently, there is only one history entry because I haven't saved this Gantt chart yet. Let's do that. Click the Save button. Adding a version comment is optional if you want to include one. Now it has been saved. Let's go back to the history again. Now you can see there are 2 versions. You can export and import your Gantt chart in a specific format. In this example, I am exporting this Gantt chart to CSV format, then opening it using Microsoft Excel. Publishing and viewing Gantt chart. Now that you have the Gantt chart ready, let's publish this page and explore what can be done from the view page mode. In the view mode, you can only view your Gantt chart. You can still perform analysis using other features such as zoom in or zoom out, adding and filtering columns, showing progress line, critical path, and more. If you want to view in a larger format, click the expand option. To edit this Gantt chart, you must enter the full editor mode. Now you have learned most of the features that you can use in Gantt chart planner for Confluence to bring your project management to a new level. If you haven't tried it yet, you can try it free, available on the Atlassian Marketplace.